I think it's really interesting that David Icke, say, complains of, I don't know, being connected to the hive mind, even though he already is. I mean, you're right now speaking to thousands of people simultaneously, which is a selective hive mind via a piece of tech. It's just not integrated into your brain. That's the only difference. As for Wi-Fi fields, do you think that the internet is a simulated reality pulled over our eyes, or just an interface? Because it's
he's saying we're already in a false reality. Sorry, I'll shut up. He's saying we're already in a false reality, and they're creating a system within a system, right, David?
That's absolutely right. But there's a big difference from what the gentleman's just said, that we're in a hive mind and all that stuff as we're speaking. But, there's a difference between having connections with people and communications with people, and having the perceptions that we make of what we say and what we make of what other people say.
The system, it's going to show us the input it wants, is the issue.
Yeah, being given to us by a hive mind. It was kind of funny how sci-fi kind of later mirrors reality. This is probably not a coincidence either. And in Star Trek, they had the Borg, and the Borg were kind of a kind of part technological kind of race. And what they did was infuse people with like nano probes to make them part of the Borg hive mind, the collective, as they called it. And those nano probes we now call smart dust, nanobots, nanotechnology, all these things. And this is all building this hive mind that I'm talking about. And like I say, communication is fine and interaction is fine. We should have it. Of course we should. That's why I'm glad the Putin interview happened. But there's a big difference between that and having our perceptions controlled in and
David, let me say this. Notice how the globalists want to kill individual free communication in the internet. They want it to all be through this filter, which is another form of the virtual reality paradigm you're talking about. But I forget the name of the person commenting, but sir, do you want to have a comeback to David Icke? Go ahead.
Yeah, you're already connected to all of this. You think that everything is different, or that we don't have a smart dust, so to speak. You don't need smart dust when you have a device that is capable of all the things that you've mentioned, and you are already connected to the hive mind. What the hell are you communicating on right now? Who are you communicating with? All the people. Their perceptions shared through a medium of speech. Like, there is structurally no difference between having a bunch of nanobots running through your bloodstream accomplishing the same thing when you're holding a device that is connected to this thing that is a field of information that is the internet. There's nothing wrong about it. There's nothing strange about it. It's just the way things are. Integrating stuff like this into ourselves biologically just removes the latency and decreases the latency for information transmission.
By the way, I think this is Elon Musk.
There's literally no difference.
Is this Elon Musk?
It's really not. No, it's really not. I'm just weird. Don't worry about it.
Well, you could be a dead ringer for him. Well, the Elon clone, what else do you want to say?
100%.
Elon clone, go ahead.
Yeah, there are theories. There are theories. Yeah, there are theories. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of stupid.
Andy, what the fuck was that?
That was a clip from Alex Jones, where Adrian Dittman, who the internet does not know who he is, if he's a real person or if he's an alt of Elon Musk. It's a Twitter account that praises Elon Musk a lot. But however,
his voice sounds just like Elon Musk.
Yeah. And so, like, whether it's Elon Musk or somebody doing a type of AI thing where to make himself sound like Elon Musk, it's kind of brilliant either way. To hear him like call into Alex Jones and ask questions about the mind viruses and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, in a way, just having a possible ambiguous Elon Musk alt, weird fanboy has a really good imitation of Elon Musk, calling into Alex Jones is weird enough that you almost miss the fact, like it's almost lost in all the other weirdness, that the guest is David Icke, right? Who is best known for, is actually, like all the best people, Kirsten Sinema, etc. David Icke used to be a Green Party guy, but he is best known now for his belief in lizard people who are controlling everything. Yeah, there's an artist rendition of lizard person with a human mask. I believe that's Hillary Clinton. And according to David Icke, there are many of your favorite politicians, globalists, etc., are in fact lizard people. And just the fact that David Icke is like the least crazy thing going on that screen is kind of amazing in itself.
Yeah, he was the voice of reason, which was like Elon Musk is like basically saying, well, I'm calling him Elon Musk.
Let's call him Elon. Yeah.
But he was basically saying there's no difference between having this and this being literally
in your brain,
in my brain, which is structurally there's no difference. Because I didn't really know who David Icke was, but you guys told me he was a lizard people guy. But then when I was watching that, I was like, I agree with David Icke on this. It's different to like talk to people on the internet.
As opposed to having your brain have like a chip in it. Those do seem importantly different to me. Also, I would say probably the rest of David Icke's views, you probably find more areas of disagreement.
Was Alex Jones saying that, just to be clear, David Icke, you think that we're already in a simulation? I think that's what he was saying, and then this is a simulation.
There's a lot of talk of the Matrix in this segment.
But it's funny that David Icke is so worried about like nanobots being in your brain when we're already in a simulation. I feel like at that point, just go out and fucking eat the burger like what's his name does in the Matrix. If we're already in a simulation, I'm not going to worry about going like 2 levels deep and worrying about like further infiltration. I said, just enjoy your life at that point, I think.
Yeah, I always thought it was a shame that the Matrix sequels that, they had, like when Keanu gets up to talk to the architect at the end of the second one, that like the architect just like babbles incoherent nonsense at him. And it really seems like they're missing a trick there. Surely the twist should have been like second level Matrix, right?
Yeah. we could all agree.
Yeah. Fun fact about David Icke. I have not read any of his books, so I suppose I can't comment, but I do think I have a PDF of one of them lying around because a couple of years ago I read Meghan McCain's book, Bad Republican, to review for Jacobin. And I actually listened to the audiobook. It's very short. It's like whatever, it's padded out with stuff like she literally spends like paragraphs describing memes she saw that she thinks are funny. Like it's that kind of book. And It's still really short, right? But as I was writing this review for Jacobin, so I listened to it on the audiobook, but then I just grabbed a PDF that I found online because I wanted to like look up a couple specific passages to reference for the review, and whatever website I was getting that from, the PDF I downloaded at the end of Meghan McCain's book has one of David Icke's books. So I think it's possible that this is just a thing that David Icke's followers do to try to get the word out that they like stick his books at the end of, of books that, unsuspected globalist shills might read.
Or people they think as lizard people.
Right. Yeah, if you're reading one of the lizard people books, and surely Meghan McCain is a lizard person. I mean, just a masterful manipulator. If there's ever has been one. All right. So do you want to watch, we're going to be joined by RJ in just a few minutes, I think, but do you want to watch just a little bit more of this conversation?
Well, what else would you like to say, sir?
I just think it is ironic. I mean, you want to talk about the simulation. Everybody started speaking of the topic of simulation, how we're in this false reality ever since the Matrix movie dropped. A lot of people are afraid of it, but they don't even understand the context of why the movie even happened and why everyone's so afraid of it. When in reality, everybody got afraid of being integrated with machines and how machines were advancing faster than the things that created them. Thereby, the fear caused the disaster, which then caused the simulation within the Matrix. It's crazy, right? And even then, everybody bases their ideology of a simulation based off of a movie that they themselves haven't even fully understood. Because if you did, you'd realize that there is no real world at all. I mean, what do you think this is? And even if it is a simulation, what are you going to do? You're going to break it? What's the point? I mean, you can play it and you can build really cool shit. You can craft it and make it better. I think that's what you have to do. If you're going to break it, that's just an equivalent of killing yourself. If you're going to break it for everyone else, then that's called mass murder. That's called genocide. So don't break the simulation. I don't understand the resistance for understanding the world in which we're in, to the extent that we say we could shape it to make it better, but we're just trying to understand it to break it.
Well, whoever this is, please don't hang up. We're on radio station. We have to go to break in a moment. But David Icke, you're talking to somebody that AI print is Elon Musk, or is his twin, his doppelganger. What do you want to say to this caller?
Well, is it better that we know about the reality that we're in and how we're creating it and what it's designed to do, or not to know and be in complete ignorance of the very reality we are experiencing? What people do with the knowledge of understanding the reality that they are in is up to them completely. But we should surely be pursuing an understanding of what is this place? What are we doing here? Otherwise, we just go through life being pawns of a game we don't
David, we got to go to break, and I want to ask the X poster that sounds just like Elon Musk, a dead ringer. Please stay there if you can. We're on radio station, so we have to at least break twice an hour. We got to go to a 3-minute break. We're going to come right back. I hope the caller stays there. It sounds just like Elon Musk. But I get the point of the Elon Musk sounding person. He's saying if we don't use tools, like the Native Americans didn't have guns, so they lost. He's saying, why not use it? It's kind of what I'm getting. But we'll come right back and have the person that sounds just like Elon Musk, a little bit of an angry Elon Musk, finish up what he wants to say, and they'll get David Icke here. I am in the twilight zone right now. Got David Icke and a guy that sounds just like Elon Musk. And I've been on it with 2.5 hours with Elon Musk before. We're going to figure this out. This is Newsmaking. Stay with us. Media matters.
Yeah,
the Democratic Party.
That, the part that confuses me most about this is Alex thinking that sounds like an angry Elon Musk. That sounds like a calm Elon Musk.
That's true. Maybe, I guess Elon's probably usually in a good mood when he's talking to Alex Jones. This is the most angry he's seen him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, most of the times I've heard Elon's voice, he sounds like kind of vaguely irritated. Like, it's like that sounded pretty, that sounded pretty chill. I actually think it's probably not Elon, although it's pretty close. But but in any case, that guy sounded reasonably chill. It is pretty funny. Do you know what he's talking about when he said he was on for 2.5 hours with Elon Musk?
I have to look that up.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy's our expert on these kind of things. So,
that's true. That's true. This is definitely his area. This is because, that would be pretty funny if it were true. And it would actually be even funnier if Elon Musk actually was like just calling in with his alt account to Alex Jones. Because, famously at one point, like not long after Elon acquired Twitter, he was refusing to bring Alex Jones back onto the platform, right? He said, somebody said, oh, you should bring back Alex Jones. And he quote tweeted it, and with something about Sandy Hook and a quote from the Bible about, not suffering those who hurt little children or something like that. Which was, one of the early signs that it's okay, what he really means about the free speech absolutism is that, stuff that doesn't happen to personally offend him is fine, which is a great standard that you just have one really rich dude who important communication platforms are just kind of governed by his whims. But yes, if he's gone all the way around the event horizon on this, and that not only is he allowed to be on Twitter, but that he'll call into his radio show anonymously just because he's that eager to talk to Alex Jones. That would be a pretty amazing plot twist.
Yeah, according to this article, back in December, Elon did an about face, unbanned Alex Jones, brought him on X, and
host interview with him. Wow,
and hosted an interview with him. Yeah, so there's definitely two wolves inside of Elon Musk.
They're both terrible.
Well, but they have the neural link, so it's really just kind of one wolf.
Yeah, exactly.
You have been watching free public content from Give Them an Argument. To access every single episode of the show, the main show on Monday nights, all of the streams, all of the debate breakdowns, all of the patron-exclusive postgames on Monday nights, all of the patron-exclusive bonus episodes every week, and much, much more, go to patreon.com/Ben Burgis. I cannot resist ending this with, don't be foolish.